as leaders, we know that communication is the cornerstone for leadership. And yet, sometimes there is a gap between our intentions and the message we want to communicate and what our team perceives. We call that intention perception gap. And while your intentions are good, intentions are not enough. If your intention is good and you try to make a compliment to someone, but the message comes across as maybe a criticism or they take it like something odd, then even though your intention was good, the outcome is not the one that you wanted. So when I coach leaders, we identify these communication gaps. And they could come from different reasons, but one of the reasons I have found that there is a communication gap between leaders and their teams is because leaders and teams have different communication styles. And we use a set of assessments that we have created at the Max Leadership, the Communication Impact Assessments, to identify what is the leader's most comfortable style, like when they are themselves, like how do they communicate? And how well does that matches the expectations of how people want to be communicated to? Because in communication, what works is what we call to be the platinum rule. Like you probably have heard of the golden rule, where it says that treat people the way you want to be treated. Well, in communication, if you communicate the way you expect to be communicated to, and the other person, the recipient of your communication, doesn't expect to be communicated in the same way, your message is not going to land home. So what you want to do is you want to apply the platinum rule, which says communicate with people the way they want to be communicated. So if you feel there is a gap between your intentions and your team perceptions of your intention in communication, and you see that there is a mismatch there and that they're not doing or they're not acting on things that you want them to, then we should talk. I'll be more than happy to have a chat with you to see where you stand and what's your communication style. I'll be more than happy to share an assessment with you to try that and to see how that will bring some clarity on your style. And then maybe we apply this with your team. Even if you don't want to bring your team and assess them, I'm still going to share with you some ways you can use that information and kind of estimate their styles and tweak your communication styles to match theirs. So I'll be more than happy to help you close that gap. If you struggle with a gap, perception, intention, I'm your guy. Drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to help you.